See, men play many tricks with this verse. They have been. So they have to undo all those tricks. In their debate with Hadhrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, they emphasize the role of Noon Saqila. They said, don't you see that in Arabic, when the Noon Saqila is used with Mudare, it always means a thing of future. So this verse simply means that in future this will happen, from the time, as if from the time of Hazrat Muhammad or from the time of crucifixion, whichever way. In future it will happen that all the Ahl Kitab would do this. Now they are being criminal, in fact, playing criminal in doing injustice to the usage of Arabic. Because Noon Saqila is only applicable to their act of belief. It does not cover the generations of the future. The generation which is spoken of is the present. Their act of belief is what is covered by Noon Saqila as to happen in future. Do you understand the point?
No.
Min Ahli Kitabe is not thrown to the future because of Noon Saqila, which will come later on. Noon Saqila only applies and remains confined to the prophecy that they will believe. That's all. But it does not say that these people are not yet born. It does not say that Ahl Kitab who are present, they're exempt from this. So the first meaning of this verse should be, whenever it becomes operative, it means that Ahl Kitab, which are present, they will believe in Jesus Christ in future. That is Noon Saqila. And they will have to believe, otherwise cannot happen, they must believe before his death. But the people of Ahl Kitab were there already. They should have believed in him before his death, which means they should have continued to live along with Jesus Christ. So if you apply Noon Saqila also to the Ahl Kitab, not only Jesus, but Ahl Kitab would also live eternally. Otherwise this verse would be wrong. But I point out to another explanation, because otherwise they can ask us, if this is wrong, then what is your explanation? I can offer you something which cannot be criticized. My explanation is that when you say min Ahl Kitab, you have to admit that there is a word hazaf in between. And they consider the word ahadun as mahzuf. In ahadun min ahlil kitab illa la yuminan nabihi. This is the Arabic style, in the Quranic style. Every person who has any knowledge of Arabic style, Arabic language, would understand immediately. All the great scholars of Islam has interpreted the whole Quranic verses with this principle, that sometimes a word is mahzuf, which is understood. And if you search the right word, then the meaning would be right. If you offer another word, maybe that is not the meaning. So the problem they have created for themselves is that they consider that in ahadum min ahlil kitabe is the meaning and import of this verse. I, on the contrary, believe that in fariqum min ahlil kitabe is the true expression of the Quran, and it speaks of the prophecy which got fulfilled, that Jesus is not killed because he has yet to perform a function. All the 72 sects of Ahl Kitab are not present here. A large number among them have already been turned out of their homeland. And unless Jesus pursues them, and each of the sects is represented in believing in him, his mission will not be complete. Now, where is the objection against this? You understand?
Yes.
In fariqum, or whatever other word you may think, the Holy Quran is not speaking of each individual, because if it does, then the whole verse will become meaningless. It speaks of the groups of Ahl Kitab, and this is supported by the Old New Testament, because Jesus told them once that he would leave them and go in search of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Without conveying the message to all of the Ahl Kitab, his mission could not have been completed. Because the Holy Quran does not say, Rasulun ila juzum min Ahl Kitab. You say, Rasulun ila Bani Israel. Right? So all Bani Israel, in whatever dimensions, in whatever denominations they are found, they must be conveyed the message. And we know that they had got split into sects and also into groups. 12 groups, and then multiplied by 6, they became 72. So when you understand it as fariq being the missing word, everything falls into perfect step and becomes understandable. Right? Last, if they don't accept my explanation, okay, what right have they got, despite this verse, to understand that Jesus is dead? If I'm wrong in this explanation, show us how from this verse they can prove that Jesus is dead. It's impossible. If their argument is right and mine is wrong, then they have to continue to believe they have no right in presence of this verse to say that it doesn't make any difference whether Jesus is alive or dead.